G'day folks, it's Cortezerino. I have never ever done this much work on a build without actually having built anything. So if you remember from last episode, I spent 2 days harvesting a jungle and clearing out this area, and then I spent another few days mining out this big square where I'm going to build the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. And I've also run around and, I haven't designed this thing yet. I'm designing the entire thing in survival, not creative. The entire thing in survival, just making it up as I go along. But I wanted some sort of a floor plan, so I placed all this diorite in a bit of a shape, the shape that I figured that I'm going to build the walls for this thing, because I don't want to actually build the entire Hanging Gardens just yet. But I want to get the walls up, because then I can start on my tree farm, and you can see we've got a massive space for lots and lots of trees. But I lied a little bit. I have built something. This, guys, is the ugly side. This is the pretty side. So it's coming along. I really like these lapis pillars in the walls here. It kind of looks like banners. They look really cool. But the thing is, this is all sandstone, and we've got a bit of endstone brick. It makes my base over here look a little bit dull and dreary, so I'm wondering maybe I have to start adding more sandstone into this build. Just because, it looks a little bit sad over there now. Well, this is all nice and bright, but at the same time, I didn't want this too bright. So I'm trying to add some of the materials I've been using over there into this one, and I've been doing that with the acacia wood to start with, because I don't want it too bright and shiny. I want to have some dark bits, so I've got some acacia in here and some stone brick up the top. That actually looks pretty good, having that darker area in the arch. But I've got to think of a few more places just to add a bit of darkness. But so far, I would say that part of the wall I'm very happy with. That's complete. The archways, I haven't finished the top yet. I got kind of stuck. I didn't know what to do, so I thought, I'll move on with the walls and I'll come back to these. But what I'm thinking for my big entrance here, to get up into the Hanging Gardens, I think I'm going to have 2 staircases going up from the outside arches, whereas the center arch will be the entrance to our big tree farm. This is going to be a server tree farm. This isn't just for me. I'm making it this big so everyone on the server can use it. So if I'm going to be putting in things like staircases, I need to get them in now so I know not to start putting in the tree farm here where it's just going to hit the stairs. And, look at this. I thought I could stick to my little pattern that I started putting in here, but no, I've gone completely off it. So I'm trying to figure out the corner at the moment. So I'm trying out a design that looks like that one over there. But when I do this, I'm basically coming out way further than this boundary box I marked. So yeah, this pattern I put all the way around the edges kind of means nothing now, because as I build, I'm just making stuff up. And I haven't followed the pattern, but I don't know. It should look alright as long as I can figure out something for this area. And I think I want to go a bit different. I was going to put just another arch in, but I don't know now. I think I want to do something different, but we'll figure it out. We're not going to do that right now on camera. So this intro, guys, is just me checking in quickly to show you what I'm up to. Because I don't want to just start the episode with me having completed all the walls and going, hey, look what I've built. So I'm going to figure out what to do with this corner, and once I have that, then I know what I'm going to do for every little section of the wall, and I'm going to go all the way around and get it all done, as long as I don't run out of resources. all so much for going pew and getting it all done. This is taking forever. I mean, it doesn't help that I keep making mistakes and having to redo things, but a bigger problem, I'm down to 36 acacia wood, so there's probably no point in me continuing at the moment. We need to go and get some more. That's going to take a while. Plus, I'm running low on lapis as well. So there's only one thing for it, guys. We are going to steal from Dragon Tech. Now, it's not really stealing. When he joined the server, he was doing his single player world at the same time, doing videos for that, and he just decided he couldn't do both at the same time, and he had much more invested in the single player world. So he left the server, but he did say I could help myself to his goodies, and I haven't done that yet, so let's hope, fingers crossed, acacia. That doesn't look promising. Well, he had no acacia whatsoever, but I did find a few goodies for myself. Bit of redstone, a little bit of diamonds, got some lapis, that's handy. And I grabbed a few things that I thought might be good for my shop at the World Tree. And we might head over there now, actually, so I can put those items in and see if we've had any more sales, if I've gotten any more lapis ready to collect. Actually, there's a portal over here. Ha! Oh. So I've only checked on the shop once since I built it, and there were actually 2 stacks of lapis blocks in the payment chest. Someone had helped them. What are you looking at? Can he get up? No, he can't. We're safe. Oh, yes, he can. Let's go. Let's get inside the shop. Okay. Someone had helped themselves to, he's coming, all my bookshelves, not all of them, a fair few of them. And they, I got a big payment for it. No, we don't. That was an anticlimax, wasn't it? But we've brought our Dragon Tech goodies with us, so let's load up a few more items in the chests and maybe we'll get some more sales. Oh gosh, I got to deal with this guy now, don't I? Hello! Oh, I'm a pro. Look at this sneaky guy. I didn't know you were there. What are you doing there? Where did he spawn from? Die. Don't come any closer. Come on, he is super sneaky, that fella. How did he spawn in here? Hasn't been night time. Some funny business is going on. Anyway, as you can see, we are well on our way to getting enough acacia wood. I got a fair bit here too, but I have realised we are running low on sandstone, so you know what? I'm bored of building this project. We are going to go do something else. And in a previous episode, can I fly? Am I wearing elytra? Yes, I am. Come on, fly. Oh, man. Technical difficulties, guys. We are going to get there. Fly. Thank you. No. Yes, kind of. We're making it. So, on a previous episode, I built well, we're going to fly down there. We'll have a look at it. What did I call it? I called it the Daylight Sensor Snow Farm, and it looks like mobs haven't killed these guys yet, so I'm happy about that. And you know what? This was a successful little episode, building a design of my own design, just a tiny little micro machine. And I've got another dome, just like this one, on the other side, and I want to do another machine. But we're not doing snow farms this time. This time I want to do a concrete powder to concrete converter. Now, there are heaps of those designs out there. The chieftain of the Aztec Mayan area, Gexu, he has a really good design. He's got a video for that. And as I was researching what I wanted to do for this new design, I actually noticed that OMG Craft did a feature of Gexu's design, so that was pretty cool. I didn't know about that. For all I know, Gexu didn't know about that. Only problem is those kind of designs don't work for me. Like, they'll work in my redstone testing world, but as soon as I get here on the server with server lag, everything goes funky, as you saw with my flying exhibition over there. So I'll give you a brief demonstration of those designs and why it doesn't work for me. So usually they look something like this. You'll have there are lots of things I don't have here, but basically you put your concrete powder in your offhand. I'm using concrete because we haven't got any water going here for it to turn into concrete. And you do the left click and the right click at the same time. So you place and then you break, just like this. And it's working okay right now. You just keep breaking and placing over and over. Problem is, with a little bit of lag, and Gexu had this design on Season 2, and I used to go and use it. Eventually, and after not very long at all, I just end up sitting there hacking away at the wood, and eventually I'm going to break it. So those AFK designs do not work for me, and there's a lot more to it. Like, every time you place and break it, there'll be a dropper right here spitting an extra piece of the concrete powder at you so you can place it again. But yeah, for me, no good. So even though just then in that little demonstration everything worked fine, you can trust me that doesn't work for me. So what I want to do is kind of like what I did for my daylight sensor snow farm. So usually with a snow farm, you can just have your one snow golem there and hack away at his snow. But for me, the game would lag and the snow wouldn't replace, and I'd end up breaking the block below the snow golem. So my solution was to have 4 snow golems at a row, and I could just keep hacking away at the snow. If the first one didn't replace, I'd get the next one and the next one. And I want to do the same kind of thing here. So I've been thinking I want to do it vertically. So like in that demonstration before, I was breaking one here. What I want to do is, if I don't place another one, then I can break the one behind that and the one behind that. So rather than have a whole line of hoppers underneath them to collect them, and a water stream that's going to go everywhere because it keeps getting updated, I just want to have it like straight up like this. So you sit below it and you hack up. And if you fail to place one against there, you end up hacking the one behind it. And I think we found the distance where I can't reach anymore. So if things do lag out terribly and I'm going to break something, rather than break that piece of wood, I just stop. So how many blocks is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 distance between where I'm standing and up there. Okay, let's go down to that little dome. And even though my explanation here was pretty terrible, maybe I can explain it a little bit better once we start building it. So we're in our dome that's on the opposite side of the building of the snow farm, and it's a mirror image. And I built the snow farm in this little gap here, so I want to try and fit this machine in here as well. And I think I'm only going to need like a 1 block gap, but I can always knock into that a little bit if I need to. And like I figured out, up there we're going to need a 7 block, I'm running out of room, 7 block gaps. That's 7, that's number 8, and we'll put a block there and drop. So I shouldn't be able to hit that guy, no, but if I place a block there, I can break it. Okay, we've got the height we want. So I'm going to need a couple of hoppers facing straight down here. So we're just going to shoot up. Hang on, let me check this. If I have a block right up the top there and one there, and if I hack away at this one, yes, I can hit all of them from here. And some of them fly off a little bit. We'll have to be wary of that. I was hoping they'd all drop straight down in the hoppers, but what we want to do now is have a water stream running all the way down the side of that to convert all the powder into concrete. Kind of like that. So what I've done here is I've put a chest in to collect all our goodies that we break. And because that one went flying off before, I've put a hopper underneath the water, and that's leading into the chest as well. So we should collect everything there. And I don't think I need any redstone on this side, so I might just wall this up a little bit so we don't get bits and pieces flying off everywhere. So I've got my concrete powder in my offhand, and the idea is I come in here. Oh, actually, is this chest going to lower me a bit? Let's have a look. So I placed the first one like that, and it did lower me. I can't hit it now. I'll be back. Actually, I don't need to run up to my storage like I thought I did. I've got some wood right here. Let's make trapdoors. Okay, so we will put a trapdoor there, I guess, and that way I can still get to the chest, but we should still be able to reach that guy. Yes, we did. Boom, straight in the hopper, into the chest. Perfect. Okay, so the idea is I'll just start by placing a whole bunch of them, and then I can start hacking. Oh, and one dropped. You probably missed it there, but I placed one there and it dropped on me. It just broke on the trapdoor. Actually, we can fix this with trapdoors again. Just place a bunch of trapdoors. Is that enough? Oh, I'm placing them wrong. Hang on. In this direction should be better. Okay. Is that enough? Yes. Alright, let's open all these guys up. So now when I have my concrete powder in my offhand, it won't let me place one that's going to drop on my head. So that's good. So from here I can just chop up, and if I lag out a little bit, I've got another block above to chop away at. And you saw that happen twice, 3 times already. So yes, but all those 3 times would have caused the other designs, everyone else's design, to break for me because of server lag. So this might work. So now I need to rig up a dropper that's going to spit another concrete powder into my hand every time I break one. And usually you detect them with an observer block right there, but I think I'm going to need 2. Just in case I start breaking the second one, I need a second observer. So both of these need to be observer blocks. And then I just need a dropper to spit items at me. It doesn't need to be facing directly at me, as long as I have like some blocks to stop the item flying away. I'll pick them up. So I've just got to rig up the signal to this, and I'll need a repeater on a 2-tick delay to stop this from firing twice. So how do I get the signal from both of them down to that? And I wanted to use powered rail instead of redstone dust if I can. So let's have a think. All right, I know what I'm doing now. So the top observer will power this piece of rail, and the bottom one will power the block that the rail's on, so that'll light it up. And then I'm bringing the rail down this way, and I was trying to figure out how I could bend it around so I could get this repeater on the 2-tick delay into that. But I think I'm going to use another observer right here. And, oh, actually to place it, I'm going to have to... Oh, it's not too bad. I can drop down here. Oh, can Cortez get out? He can get out. But he's got a clogged inventory. Let's just replace all this junk. Thank you. And we will need a block there. So I'll replace that bit of rail as well. So, oh no, did it? No, that was a temp block. That's okay. Here we go. So both of those observers will power this rail. This observer's looking at the rail. It's going to power the block, which will power the repeater. And you know what? Let's make this a little bit prettier. We can put the block right there, and let's put the dropper. We'll put it facing into me like that. So that block's going to power the dropper, and that'll just spit it straight at me. So it looks a little bit neater at the front. We don't need that. And then I can wall up all these sides actually. So will that look cool? That kind of looks cool. All right, let's not be a typical Cortez. Let's just actually test this before we go and build the entire thing. So let's do a quick place. One item, and breaking actually sends another item, but you'll be placing and breaking so quickly together that I think this will only spit once. I'm pretty sure it'll only spit once. That's the way the other designs work. I think this might be almost ready for testing. Let's just build up this side of the wall to match that side, so items don't go flying out everywhere, hopefully, and we'll give this a test run. I never build anything out of a big massive stone bricks like this, but this is what I did with my Daylight Tensor snow farm, so it kind of makes sense to do it with this one as well. I think it looks pretty cool. I don't even need all these blocks in here, do I? I could probably get rid of them just to make it look a little bit nicer. And I can do that on the other side as well. I didn't need all of them. I'm just throwing them in for no reason. We can decorate that a bit better later on. That's pretty tiny, actually. I don't mind that at all. Let's put that torch down. Don't know what the lighting situation's like, but we'll throw this up. I'm out of headroom. Okay, this is the gorgeous completed farm design. That's pretty cool. I like that. Okay, I'm going to go clear out my inventory, get a bit more concrete powder, and we will test this sucker. Alright, we've got 2 stacks of concrete powder here. I don't want to do any more than that because I could bore you, or even worse, I could bore myself. So let's, we'll put half of it in my offhand, and let's just make sure there's, clear that out of the chest. Where can I put you? Oh, cool, we've got a sugar box. Let's get you out of the way. We want this test to be accurate. So we'll put a stack and a half in the dropper. We've got half a stack in my offhand. Now, to begin, we want to jump, place the first one, and we'll place them all the way down, and it's starting to spit them at me. And then we're going to aim right for the top of that, and right click first, then left click, and we will chop away, and the lag busting seems to be working already. So already this thing would have screwed up on me 3 times if I'd been using one of the other versions of those of the tutorials for these you see on YouTube. But this one so far hasn't broken. And even if it does break, I'm not going to break the wooden block or the obsidian block where we're chopping at. I'll end up chopping in nothing. Alright, I'll stop talking and we'll let this run through and see how many concrete powder we get, and that none are flying off in weird directions. Okay, finished, I hope. Unless something broke, there is nothing left in the dropper. I've got 13 in my inventory. Let's chuck them in. I've lost 1. Oh no, hang on, it was behind me. Oh, it's flying out past the trapdoors. Okay, well that's not too bad. As long as it's flying out in this direction, it's not disappearing behind the walls. That's easy enough. I could replace the trapdoors with a line of blocks here with signs on them. That would do the same thing. Or actually, the trapdoors look pretty cool though. Maybe I'll live with it. I don't know. We'll figure it out later, but that is a success. Job done. So thanks for watching, guys. We're going to leave it here for today. And you know what? I think this might be a very special design. I've got to test it for a while, put in a whole bunch of stacks and see if we lose anything. But all the tutorials on YouTube I see for these concrete powder to concrete converters, they all use pretty much the same kind of design, except for the ones that are blowing them up with TNT dupers and stuff like that. But this one may be the only one that works for really laggy servers like I seem to always find. It's not the server's fault, it's my fault. It's my connection. So there could be a tutorial coming for this one, but I will test it out properly before I do any tutorials. So thanks for watching again, guys. Cheers, I'm Cortezerino. See you later.